Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. And it's the Roadrunners ready to kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So Texas A&M's offense onto the field for the first possession of the game. We get our first look in this one at Chauncey Cobb. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field. Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Trying to take it back. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So the UTSA Roadrunners offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. Kevin Sperry, tough day in that last loss, threw a couple of interceptions and did not throw a touchdown pass. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Quick give, it's Payne. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Backfield, he'll lose 3 on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Right down the middle. That pass is incomplete.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
No room to bring it back. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him... space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Right side, it's Armstrong. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game. Let's just get him into a rhythm.
Back to throw, it's Sperry. Rush is on. He's sacked. This defense all over it. The Roadrunners decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll start this drive from the 42. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first two times they had it.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Down goes the quarterback, and they turn second and short into third and long.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Looking for a crease, it's Payne. Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11. Here comes the offense on second down. Handoff again. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. To the air, it's Sperry. And the third down pass is incomplete.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Finds his man on the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Reed. Caught, it's Johnson. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Got his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Texas A&M. This is why they show up for Midnight Yell, and they are playing like they practice.
And this place rocks as loud as anywhere in the country, and you want to get them going early. First drive of the game, scoring a touchdown, getting them jacked up.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Checking in from the Roadrunners sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to get more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. 2nd and long here. To the air, it's Sperry. Look out! And he avoids the sack.
And so far, man, everything's been difficult for this offense. And credit to the defense. They've taken away all the easy stuff. The easy perimeter throws, the quick throws. Nice job playing fast, playing physical. But this QB's got to get a little bit more in rhythm. Be a little bit more patient. Go through his progressions a little bit better. Right now,
makes the grab in their space. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Roadrunners come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Payne. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Got it behind the line. It's Anderson. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
On the move, it's Payne. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Keep it on the ground. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. And it's the Roadrunners will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Motion from the wideout. Here's Reed to throw. Under pressure. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Back to throw, it's Reed. Left side, it's Edwards. There he goes! Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got him quickly. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Long way to go on 2nd down. Again, it's Reed. Caught in the backfield, it's Edwards. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And while that last pass was complete, it's left them in an even worse situation on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The run inside, it's Payne. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Roadrunners come to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to pass, it's Sperry. Back open in the middle. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
I like how this offense throws to their running backs in different areas of the field. It's not always going to be to the perimeter. It's not always going to be screens, but they can attack the middle of the field, too, using these angle routes. Nice play call.
Unloads to the wideout. Holds on, it's West. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Out wide right, it's Payne. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking downfield very late in the half. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds.
Love the effort.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They're all over it. Just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack, and it'll be fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The field goal is no good, and they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Reed. Going over the top. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We start with a look in on BYU, taking on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Now back over to your game at Kyle Field. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UTSA taking over and the offense heads out to the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Straight ahead, it's Payne. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They tried to fool him with the run on third down, and they're looking at fourth and plenty of work to do. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Throwing Reed. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. To the air, it's Reed. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Play fake, Reed. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Reed. Flip it out to the back on the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Here on 3rd down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Trying to squeak through the pile. Plows through the defense. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Sells the run, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Armstrong. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. Like, so nice to have.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Sperry. Caught. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. The 12th man, Warren, standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. And the Roadrunners will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now,
right down the gut of the field. The 20. The inside. Touchdown, Aggie. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
and there's more of an art to this than you know. Like, to stick the ball in the belly of the running back and read a defender perfectly. They bite on the running back. QB makes the right read in Palmer. It's nice to have those wheels to go all the way down the field and punch it in for 6.
Yeah, David, this is a coaching staff that wants him to run the football. And sometimes it's going to be designed runs. Sometimes it's going to be scrambles in the passing game. But the RPO is another way that he can hurt your defense with that speed you're talking about. Great decision to keep it. Nice job taking it all the way to the house.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Payne. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run him again. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to pass. It's Sperry. Left side is West. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And it's the Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. We reach the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And they are starting to pull away. Come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the wideout. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back by the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Run ends there.
Yeah, and he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
Breaks into the open. Got some room and under the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Drops back on first down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Payne. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right?
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short. Great place to start for this offense. Trying to get the corner. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Reed to throw. Right side, it's Armstrong. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies. They kept it on the ground, and it paid off with pay dirt.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Hits inside, it's Payne. Just smothered on the play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Roadrunners will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
The Aggies come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll go with a direct snap. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Sees a crease. He's past the marker. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
They'll ride the hot hand. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. 2nd and long here. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. In the backfield, it's Payne. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
It's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
They'll try the counter. Got the first down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day. And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
And the Roadrunners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll throw it from the red zone. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. And it's the Roadrunners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And stress levels have to have spiked after a delay of game backs you up for another 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Looking for the end zone. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Number 20, set to kick off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Aggies sideline, it has been all positive so far in this early season game. You know there was a lot of preseason hype, and the Heisman conversation has already started. But what's more important is this quarterback's performance has lived up to that hype. He's gotten off to a good start, and the conversation is only going to get more heated and more electric from here because he is leading his team here down the stretch in a really positive way to kick off the season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses. But this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.